Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting and entertaining and helpful free talk. This time is gonna be for unit number four, which is about talking about things that we are or we were supposed to do, or things that we are supposed to be doing or that we were going to do. All right, we're gonna talk about unfulfilled plans for the future, present, and past. So as you answer the question, remember to use the key expressions and the key vocabularies learned in the units to describe your personality traits, if you are an introvert or an extrovert. And when describing your plans, remember to use the expressions be supposed to, was going to, or be supposed to be doing, all right? So that's it. Here we go. Are you ready? Yes, let's get started. The first question is going to be, what are your plans for next week? Well, this coming week I have a lot of stuff to do. First of all, on Tuesday, I'm supposed to take, I recently bought a motorcycle. It's a brand new motorcycle, and I'm supposed to take it to the first checkup on Tuesday morning. But perhaps I won't because I have to work in the morning, and I'm pretty busy, and I have no one to do that for me. So even though I'm supposed to do that on Tuesday, I probably won't do it because I'm gonna be busy on Tuesday. Another thing is a friend of mine is coming over to visit from Barranquilla. He's supposed to arrive on Thursday afternoon, I guess. So that's for the most part, that's pretty much what I have to do next week. Those are my plans for next week. All right, and what are you supposed to do tomorrow? Uh, let's see. Tomorrow is Sunday. Not much really, but a friend of mine and I are supposed to go and see a movie. Well, not really see a movie. We're gonna watch a movie because it's gonna be at his house. The It's a horror movie and it's supposed to be very creepy, and I hope we enjoy it. That's pretty much what my plans for tomorrow. Okay, and are there any upcoming events that are supposed to be fun? Oh well, yeah, definitely. The Soccer World Cup. It's supposed to be the most exciting thing, a sport event of this year, and a lot of people are saying that it's supposed to be the most exciting thing, the biggest event, and so yeah, I would definitely say that the Soccer World Cup is uh, an upcoming event. I mean, the final of the Soccer World Cup is an event that is supposed to be really, really exciting. What about movies? Are there any movies that are supposed to be really good? Well, now that you mention it, I recently heard that there is a new movie called what's the name of the movie? It's this movie where Angelina Jolie is the one of the main is playing one of the main character. I think it's called Maleficent or Malefica or something like that. That movie is supposed to be, well, it's supposed to be a horror movie, but I think it's gonna be more about like a love story, kind of a silly thing. But a lot of people think that it's the movie is supposed to be really, really good, really interesting and exciting and a little creepy too. And now, are you going anywhere or seeing any particular person this week? Well, yes, actually, my friend Juan Manuel, he's my best friend right now. My friend Juan Manuel and I are planning a short trip to a town that is very close to Cartagena. It's like an hour and 20 minutes away from Cartagena. The name of the town is Retiro Nuevo. It's like 20 minutes after Maria la Baja. So we're supposed to go there next Sunday morning, if there is no rain, because if it rains, then we'll definitely won't go. We're supposed to go by bikes. I have a motorcycle. He has his own motorcycle. So yeah, we're supposed to go to Retiro Nuevo next Sunday mornings. I hope so because that's the kind of thing I enjoy doing in my free time. Okay, and did you have to cancel any plans that you had last week? Well, actually, 2 days ago on Thursday, yeah, on Thursday, I agreed with some of my friends to get together and study for the final oral exam. But then, we were supposed to meet at one of my friend's house, but then it started raining, and I thought it was not gonna be a good idea to go there because my friends lives like 40 minutes away from my house by bus, and I decided at the last minute I decided not to do it. So that's something I was supposed to do that I didn't just because of the rain. It was raining too hard, and I decided not to do it at the last minute, but because of the rain. And another thing is the laundry. I'm always procrastinating the laundry. I'm always putting the laundry, for the next day and the next day and the next day. Actually, this week I set my mind. I planned. I decided I was gonna do it on my first on Monday, then on Wednesday. But but then I was tired, and this is something that is not fun at all. So I was supposed to do it on Monday and I didn't do it because I was, tired and everything. And then on Wednesday, I was supposed to do the laundry at midday after work because I work in the morning. Then I have like a 4 hours break until 4. Then I go back to work at 4 p.m. So I was supposed to do the laundry during those 4 hours and I didn't do it basically because I was tired. Okay, now tell me about your best friend. What's your best friend doing right now? What do you think your best friend is doing right now? Well, as I was telling you, my best friend's name is Juan Manuel. At this time, he's usually at work, so I guess right now he's supposed to be working. Not like watching TV or something like that, but he's just supposed to be working at this very moment. And the weather forecast. Do you know what the weather forecast for tomorrow is? Well, not for sure, not for sure, but as you can see, it's been raining a little bit, quite a little bit over the past few days. So I've heard that tomorrow, tomorrow is supposed to be a sunny day, but on Monday, which is a holiday, it's supposed to be a rainy day in the afternoon. That's what I've heard. And what are you supposed to do if someone invites you over for a birthday party? Well, that's a tough question. If it is like kind of like a formal birthday party, like you have to go and I don't know, dressed up for the occasion, then you're supposed to bring a gift. Definitely, you're supposed to bring a gift, and you're supposed to dress up nicely according to the occasion. That's pretty much it. Okay, now let's talk about your personality traits, the kind of person you are. Okay, would you describe yourself as an introvert or an extrovert person? Well, it's hard to tell, but overall, for the most part, I would describe myself as an introvert. Basically, because I'm the kind of person who enjoys spending time by himself. Uh, I prefer to, for example, when it's my birthday, I prefer to celebrate my birthday with my closest friends instead of having a party with a crowd. When it comes to socializing, like going to clubs, going to social events, I'm the kind of person who prefers to listen instead of talking. I'm the one who does most of the listening instead of the talking. I hate chit chats, like this kind of like empty, meaningless conversations. But when it is a topic that I find interesting, then I become engaged in the conversation and I start talking and giving my opinion. But if it is something I find meaningless or empty, then I'd rather not say anything. I find it boring and unrewarding. Like it's uh, it's giving nothing to my system and it makes me feel like I'm just wasting my time. So I always try to keep a low profile. I don't like to be the center of attention. I feel uneasy when everybody's like focusing on me, focusing their attention on me. I feel totally uneasy and sometimes even uncomfortable. When it comes to giving public speeches, I get cold feet sometimes because I'm a little shy too. I'm a little shy too, so it's very uncomfortable for me to deal with these kind of situations. But the funny thing is, when it is like a topic that I'm interested about, I usually start giving my opinion, becoming more engaged in the conversation. But it's only when it is a topic that I find interesting and meaningful. So yeah, for the most part, I would define myself as an introvert person. Okay, and do you enjoy socializing and meeting new people? Well, absolutely, yeah, I do. I enjoy going to parties, like with close friends, maybe to have a couple of shots, a couple of drinks, uh, meeting people that are in my own study fields, like people who are learning English or they are interested in bikes, like motorcycles, uh, basketball also. I love playing basketball, so when I find people who likes talking about the best dunks and best basketball players, then those are the kind of people I enjoy and I have a great time talking to. But going to these events, these social events like parties, big parties with big crowds, these places full of people where you are supposed to just be nice because you got to be a friendly person. I feel pretty uncomfortable in those situations. So I'd rather spend time with closest friends talking about things that we have pretty much in common. Do you find it hard to get through the week if you don't have time to go out with your friends? Well, me particularly, not. I would say not. You know, I think it's fun to go out with friends, but when I not going out with them does not make my day worse. I mean, I feel okay. If I go out with my friends, I enjoy it. If I don't, I just overcome it. Like I get used to it and I try to do something else instead. Okay, and what haven't you gotten around to doing this month? What thing or things haven't you gotten around to doing this month? Well, I must mention three things. Number one, the laundry. Definitely. I've been procrastinating the laundry for like 2 weeks. No, no, like 1 week. 1 week. I was supposed to do it last week and I didn't. Mostly because I was tired. My motorcycle checkup, I was supposed to do that last week. Then I told to the mechanic that I'm coming this coming week, so the next week. So I was supposed to take my bike there for a checkup, but I couldn't because I was busy. What else? Oh, and study for the oral exam. Yeah, a couple of friends and I were supposed to meet to study for the oral exam, but then it started raining, and at the last minute, I'm telling you, at the last minute, I decided not to go. Have you bought anything new that took time to get used to? Well, let's see. A couple of weeks ago, I bought a new cell phone. It's it's my first high quality smartphone. It's a Samsung Galaxy S4. Um, Before that, I had a BlackBerry, and for the most part, I find the BlackBerry pretty easy to use. But this new cell phone has some applications, that are very difficult to get used to, and that's pretty much just the cell phone because other things are pretty easy to use, pretty easy to get used to, pretty easy to become familiar with. But with this cell phone, I've had to take my time to get used to it because of all of the applications that it comes with. That's it. That's it. All right. And what event do you find it hard to get through? Well, family reunions. I enjoy spending time with my family, doing different kinds of stuff. But sometimes, we arrange or well, my grandparents, they arrange these family reunions where we gather at my grandparents' place, we have a barbecue. And I don't like them because we are supposed to socialize and be nice, and I do it just because I have to, but I find it really hard to get through. I feel uncomfortable and I find it hard to get through to those events. Another thing is meetings at work. Sometimes my boss calls out for a meeting, and it's just to talk about the same thing we all know, so it's pretty boring and annoying. Um, and I do it because I have to, but I find it hard to get through those job meetings. What time do you usually get off work? Well, I often get off work after 8:15 to be more precise, more accurate. I work from this month. I'm working from 6:30 to 9 in the morning, and then from 4 to 8:05 p.m. So I'm usually getting off work at 8:10, 8:15 on a regular basis. And your last cold, how long did it take you to get over your last cold? Well, I'm not the kind of person who gets colds pretty often, but I remember my last cold took me like 7 6 7 days to get over, because I had to take some cold medicines, and it took me like 6 6 7 days to get over it.